Hello everybody, this is toysareruss, and for this new figure unboxing and review we're going to be looking at the Cang toys. This is their gold version, this is their masterpiece scale take on a dive bomb figure known as Firmament, but I'm of course going to be referring to him as Dive Bomb. Now this I suppose is the one, I don't want to use the word scared, that's probably the wrong word. This is probably the one I'm the most anxious about trying to review, purely because of the size of this. So this is the shipping container it came in, and I'm going to try and give you an idea of just how big the shipping container is. That's a masterpiece Soundwave, and this is a leader class dread wing. So you can see there, you know, we're not even halfway up into the box. So of course, A, I'm struggling for space, and B, this figure's just, I mean, loads of people have left me nice comments on what to look out for, etc., with just, I suppose, how to cope with it. So this is the shipping box he came in. I've done this to speed things up. There is the actual absolutely stunning looking box. This again is huge. For those of you again who collect different types of figures, there's a G1 Optimus Prime that's not even getting anywhere near halfway up. So this is the box, and once again, for those of you who don't know, this is a third-party company's take on masterpiece scale but very stylized predacons. So this will all combine to make Predaking, or Thunder King as he's referred to by Cang Toys. Now I've already been pre-warned that the wingspan of this particular figure is just huge. So as I say, this is the one I've got the most I'm probably the most anxious about trying to do, because I want to do it some justice. I want to do, you know, a good video and show you as much as I can about these just simply stunning figures that have completely blown my mind. As I say, the main reason I've got onto these is because of how good the legend scale versions of them were. So the instructions are amazing. You've actually got like a tin or a metal gold plated collector's card that is in there, and let's see if I can stand this up without pulling down the whole of the display. And then just to give you a quick idea of what's in here and how he's come packaged. So he's come packaged on his side. I mean, look at the detail, the packaging. This is beautifully well done, incredibly well packaged. You know, they really do take extra care with regards to their figures. There's the first one of the main things that it's just so noticeable, no matter what products from these, the larger ones, let me just get this out because it's making a lot of noise, or the mini ones. So there we've got is the main body. We've got two huge, absolutely huge blasters there. We've got some swords. Now this is what's insane about this particular figure. So I might be able to get this pretty much done in the same take. I am obviously going to have to stop soon just to rearrange this whole setup, but the wingspan, there we go, the wingspan on this figure is insane. This is one set of wings. Yeah, this is going to be huge. So that's, I can't even give you an idea of just how big it is. It's ridiculous. So what I need to do now is I'm going to set him free from there. We're going to do some first impressions. We're going to have a look at the accessories. We're then going to look at alternate mode, because to be fair, I think we'll have a look which mode he's in. We're going to look at one, then the other, do some comparisons with the other three I've got of these, and yeah, hopefully give you a good idea of just how good this figure looks. So let's get him out of the box and do some first impressions. So here he is out of the packaging, and it looks like he's come pretty much in robot mode. If this isn't the correct one, of course, when we come back later on, I'll have him set up perfectly and I'll have the wings attached as well. So he also comes with another hand, which of course is for the fully combined mode. And again, this is huge, and I've already done one video where the other half and these are going to combine together to make a giant crab, which again is just another brilliant idea. So again, I suppose to give you an idea of the size of just the hand for the combiner, it's over half the size of a deluxe figure. It's crazy. So, and the color scheme on this is just amazing. That is die cast as well, so you know there's lots of metal in this particular figure, and you can tell that as soon as you pick it up. It looks like there's some additional packaging there protecting the beak and the head. Now again, because I've got no experience with these figures, I don't even know if it's set up correctly for robot, but let's have, again, as I say, first impressions are exactly that. That's the point of it. So this looks like it can lift up. It's the helmet. yeah, the head can still turn all the way around unrestricted, look up and down. Obviously if it's going to be inside there, it won't be able to do any of that at all. These are, that should be clipped in there, these are on ratchets which you can hear to go out to give you the full T. They're going to be on ratchets to spin around. Now, this feels quite cold, so some of these, especially there on the bicep flexion, that is definitely die cast metal there. It'll spin at the shoulder, there's rotation at the wrists. Let's have a look at this. Yes, there is it unrestricted? There's a near enough. I don't want to take it all the way around just in case you can't, but there's more than enough of a waist swivel there. There's an ab crunch as well. That is part of the movement. If we move these hip skirts out of the way, which are huge, again, you can see all the, I suppose, the die cast and the inner workings of these. These are on ratchets as well. They'll kick all the way up, go back. How far is the tail? Oh, you can move the tail right up to give yourself full 90-degree bend there. There's a swivel at the top of the hip. There's a swivel, no, just at the top of the hip. There is a knee bend. Oh, again, ratchets, feet tilting, ankle tilting, rocking, everything all over the place. So yeah, this is basically masterpiece scale. So it's huge, absolutely huge. The other thing that comes with it, these I imagine are going to be the two blasters that go on the wings. And again, they're pretty much enormous as well. We've got a sword just like the predacons did have, and then I've got to work out somehow how to get this giant set of wings. Not only have I got to work out how to get them out like so, but how to get them on the back of him, and then be able to, whoa, nearly knock him up, not knock him over, and see how, you know, I suppose just how big he is with the wingspan tip to tip. I'm actually going to get a tape measure for this to measure just how big it is. But as far as first impressions go, another stunning figure. So let's come back. I'm going to have him in his alternate mode, and then we can just see again how big his wingspan is. Okay, then we're back, and I've got him ready pretty much in his alternate mode. I just need to do, I mean, it really is crazy. Wait till you see this. I've just got to attach his wings, but again, there's no space on here whatsoever, so I'm going to do my absolute very best to show you everything that I can. Now, these are big enough figures as it is. As I say, they're masterpiece scale, but the wingspan on this guy's just, it really is incredible. So we've got him, as I say, pretty much, as I say, ready to go. I mean, just look at the detail on this. It's insane. All of the individual toes you can bring out, all of, I suppose, the sort of feathered detail here on the back, you can maneuver and move around. This is crazy. I've got a pretty big Generation 1 figure, which was, of course, the original Deathsaurus. This is going to be, I can't, honestly, wait till you see it. I'm going to actually try my best to get him on and fully attaching the wings with everything else. So here is wing number 1, ready to just slide on to the attachments. So these do attach, thankfully, really simple. You can see these just slot into position like so. That's probably going to tip him over, so I'm going to hold that there to balance it. Oh dear, I really do need a bigger sort of station. There's some figures here now, typically on the right hand side, which I've been doing for the A to Z, which I don't want to knock them over, so I need to move them. And let's now attach this. Fold this up, slot this in there, and right. I don't know how I can show you this. I mean, just look at this right now. I'm going to, in fact, is he going to balance like that briefly? It is. Oh no, it's not. I was going to say I'm going to pick him up, pick the camera up, and just try and show you to give you an idea of just how big that is. Let me see if I can spin it around. Now you can, of course, maneuver pretty much all of these. You can move them up, you can move them out, you can turn them in and out. Let's see if I can, if I spread these toes out enough, there should be enough. Yeah, there you go. There's enough surface area now supporting the weight, and I think with them back feathers on the other side there just touching the floor, it's crazy. Right, let's pick this up. Let's see if this works, just to give you an idea. As I say, so there he is, and I am going to use the term in all of his glory because it's ridiculous, but in such a good Wait, let's see what else we can do with this. Again, the best thing about all these at the moment is these are my sort of first experiences with them, so I'm learning as I'm pretty much transforming these, playing with these, whatever words I think I can use to do them any justice. Funnily enough, I've got a few figures here just around, dotted around, to give you some size ideas. So I know these are relatively small figures. That's obviously Doctor Wu, that's your standard deluxe class Jurassic Park figure, but that's a masterpiece Trailbreaker there that, you know, looks like a Micromaster compared to something else. The original Dive Bomb figure was a very, very big Generation 1 Predacon. This is tiny. I mean, this doesn't even make up his one wing. If I go onto that side as well, you can't even really see it. I am going to have to move things out of the way to give you a full idea of just how big he is. So we've got articulation in the toes, the head will look up and down, the mouth will open up, the beaks will open up, the feathers on the side of the head, the feather details in all of the big wings, the feather details if we spin it around, if I lift this up and hold it there we go, the feather to the side. We've got these feathers here which move. These are all fused though, but these ones at the back, these move up and down. They got individual moving, another 3 or 4 inside there. Same with the back on there. The tail's just lifted up. These all move. These have all got individually moving bits, which you can see there. And of course you can move knee joints, ankle joints, toe joints on the actual main legs. You can also turn at the waist to make him look like he's turning or twisting. There's full articulation. That is genuine movement there, which you can do. The wings have got so many. I mean, that, if I show you there, that's folding hinges, so you can move this out, maneuver this. If I move them out of the way, you can fold these up. I would imagine that this guy, okay, so I would imagine first and foremost that he would mainly be used just to combine to make the huge Thunder King. But if you were to buy another one of these, I can imagine putting this guy attached to the ceiling, you know, something where he looks like he's swooping down. I think one of my subscribers carefully or thankfully told me that with the wingspan, it's probably about the width. It's way more than 4, I suppose. Masterpiece sort of size and scaled figures. There's Masterpiece Soundwave, and it's not, I mean, I could stand this guy up to be just as tall as Masterpiece Soundwave. I really want to try and do this some justice because in hand it's just sensational, but as I say, from where we are in this particular confined space that I've got, that might give you a little bit better idea of what it looks like. If I can sort of even all these wings out, which I'm trying to do now, and then again pick it up for you just to show you, yeah, that's looking okay. If I could get, I might even get a tape measure a bit later on and bring all these out just to show you. So if I lift this up now, there we go. And then I've just realized I've not even attached the guns. Now, funnily enough, in the instruction book there is no instructions on how to do this or what to do with it, but with them I've worked out that these parts do fold out. So I mean, that's obviously for robot mode, but this part could also be for robot mode. So if I carefully now, I mean, to be honest, I could put it on the top of the wing if I wanted to. I think I'm saying that does look like it will balance in there, to be honest. Yep, it will work in there, but I was thinking of swoop. Obviously swoops when they're underneath, but it will also fit. Yep, just this is going to completely unbalance him now, but it will also fit into this circular cutout there. Now I don't know, as I say, if I'm getting this wrong, guys, please, you know, don't be afraid to let me know. There is no instructions for where they go when in this particular mode, but it definitely does weigh him down, and I think, as I say, that's pretty much all there is to say. I'm going to bring this guy in because again, he's a huge Generation 1 alternate mode, and it's not even half as big. It's probably about 1/3 of the size, and this guy was huge. So I think I've sort of managed to, maybe not do him full justice unfortunately, but hopefully give you an idea of the enormity of this figure. Let's bring a few more in. I know we do mainly the size comparisons in the main robot mode, but again, just can't get over how big it is. There you go. Could even put, could put a Bumblebee figure in there, no issues whatsoever. Core class Grimlock wouldn't even come up to his knees if I stood him up properly. There we go. This is probably, though, in honesty, the longest I've spent in any figure in the alternate mode, which isn't a base. It's just that spectacular. Hopefully you've got an idea of it. And we're going to come back for the final time with him in robot mode so we can attach the weapons. And then I believe there's like a sort of bonus mode where they call an armor mode, where you can flip all the wings around the front. I'm going to attempt to do that for you guys as well. But there you go. There is the alternate mode, which again is spectacular. Okay, then he's here and he's in his robot mode, and I think I've got him exactly as he should be. What I mean by this is, obviously when I took him out of the box and we did some first impressions, I didn't have the alternate mode head coming over the robot. Now in some of the pictures you will see it with this lifted up, but I do think that it is better with it coming over, purely because it just gives me more of a Generation 1 homage sort of feeling, with the fact that, of course, the I'm gonna call it an eagle, it might be an eagle, I'm not too sure. The eagle head obviously at the back looking incredible, but again, look how much bigger this is than the original G1. I'm going to bring this back in a second. We're going to have a quick look at it, as I say, spinning round, and then I'm going to show you just one of the most visually stunning things I think I've ever seen, and that is, of course, with the wings on. Now the wings, to be honest, they're not that difficult to attach. Let me just bring that up there. I'm not too sure which way they should go, to be fair, but I didn't even realize that one was down and one was up. So I'm going to spin this around just to show you this, and we're going to slot this over the top like so. So this is going to come down onto the back. Maybe it is upside down now, so maybe it should, yeah, perhaps it should be that way. That must have been from the transformation process, which I am currently in the process of doing. Unfortunately, there's no way I'm going to be able to do it all in one particular go. I'm going to need to break it down just because of the size of it and getting it to fit on screen. Right, let's bring these wings out here. This is, as I say, absolutely stunning. So even though it's in all gold, I thought that it might not be as good as the main colored ones, but it definitely is. So all we're doing is we're looking to slide this part down along this piece here. Let's see if it just slides in for me. Just again, I'm so far away from the figure because I'm trying to get the camera as far back as I can just to fit him on screen. This is sensational. Here we go. Let's bring these feathers out like so. These will come out. Look at that. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely beyond ridiculous. It's so good. Oops, that folded the wrong way. Let's fold that in. There you go. So even though there was a couple of gaps you could see on the back, they are now completely covered. This is, I don't know, I really can't put into words how good I think this figure actually looks. We've got the huge guns as well, which we can pop in his hand. You can have them either that way. I presume it's going to be that way, to be honest, because the other ones look like they're mainly ready for when he was in the alternate mode, but I haven't had a go at doing this yet. Let's see if they fit and how they hold on. These are huge. I suppose the only thing that they're lacking, and this is me being extra finicky over probably one of the best figures I've seen in such a long time, is maybe they could have put something in there to fire out. Maybe there is something in there that fires out, but I don't know about it and I've not seen it yet. To be honest, I didn't even realize that there is, look, proper connectors, proper points, I suppose, masterpiece style grips on this. So let's attach it via, is it going to go in? It should do. I was just checking there was one on each side. So why is it not clicking in place? That's better. There we go. That's clicked into place. We can even bring the thumb around, make it look much better. And I imagine obviously you can turn it the other way around as well. So because I'm going, no, I need to put it in. Definitely. I was going to see if I could get away with it just to quickly pose it. As you can already see, I've got, I don't know what to call them. I've got so many injuries. This one actually isn't from the big one. This is from the little ones. I find the little ones are amazing, but I find that probably due to the size, they are far more damaging to your skin, to your fingers, etc. I would strongly recommend getting things like tweezers, etc. Just to help you with them, because some of the bits on them are really, really difficult to maneuver. Why is this not clicking in? I've just completely jinxed myself. So what I'm going to try and do instead is put the sword in. This hopefully should fit. That's gone straight in. There you go. Have jinxed myself. So there he is with the sword, and yeah, brilliant. Look at that. Right, let's give you an idea of scale and size then. So just to give you an idea how big this is, if you collect mainline figures, there is a Studio Series 86 Dinobot who is huge. Snarl is huge. He's got, you know, good couple of inches on top of him easily. Masterpiece mainline movie figures. They're not mainline movie, sorry, mainline Masterpiece Takara figures. There's Soundwave again. He's a full head and shoulders taller than, no, the shoulder pad's probably the same, but he's a full head taller than him. I've got another one of these. I can't fit all these in. Again, I'm going to do another video. I'm going to have to go into the room downstairs and use the old staircase just so I can get them all on, just to show you a full collection of these and the combining, because they're just too big. There's no space that I've got on here to do this. They do look incredible though. Let's give you some more ideas of size. Right, I've also got this guy. Hopefully you've seen the video on that as well, because that's just another bit of genius. Right, Generation 1 figures. So that's an Optimus Prime. What else have we got knocking around here? This is Voyager class current figures. I'll bring in some more third party in a second, just for the fun of it, even though they're going to be, you're going to be able to see them just about. There's your core class figure. Here's some of your third party, not third party. Yeah, maybe they are actually. Anyway, the legend scale figures, these, it's reminding me of Jason and the Argonauts, you know, and you've got the silver men like Talos, because of how big these are compared to, not the silver, the gold men, of course, how big they are compared to these figures. A couple of more other, I suppose, size comparisons to bring in, like this. No, I think that's pretty much it with regards to figures. Hopefully you've got an idea of the size of it. What I want to do very quickly though is one more thing. Now I've seen these in the instructions. I've not really had a go at it. What it is, it's called the armor mode, and let's see if I can work it out. It's where he brings the feathers. In fact, let me just show you. So we've got the instruction book here, which isn't too hard to follow. We've got this mode there. They call it the, yep, armor mode. I'm sure they are. So what it looks like we're doing is taking the wings off and then repositioning them. So let's slide these out. Let's lift this up. Maybe it needs to go over that way, like so. I don't know. Let's have a look. Let's just put it on an angle like that. Take this one off, do the same. And then what I think that we're going to do is, if I can work out how this is going to slot on or over, I'm trying to do this as best. There we go. I think so. I'm folding that underneath there. I'm going to slot this. In fact, no, it is. It's going to need to go the other way by the looks of it. Does it? I don't even know which ways it goes. Maybe it does need to go up. Let's have a look at this. Let's see if this slots over now. Yep, there we go. This is going to come up and over. And then we can adjust this and bring this over as well. There's one. Wow. Wow. Let's bring this up, aim that way. I've just got to make sure it doesn't topple over now because of the weight. So this is going to come over. So what I'm doing is I'm folding the wing out. This is going to come over like so. This part here needs tucking underneath, and then this should slot. It's going to go, just caught it over there, over the front of that. And let's bring these wings down. I think that's it. Again, guys, if I'm wrong, please do let me know in the comments. I am new to these. This is my complete first impressions of this figure. Never seen any video reviews on it. Main reason for that is because I like to do these exactly as I'm saying, first hand impressions of them. And just look at that, that's ridiculous. As in good. I don't think though there's much more to say about this. This is one of the longest videos I've done, purely because there's so much I wanted to get involved with this figure, to show you it. It's incredible. I can't wait to see what the fully combined mode looks like. But there you go. For now, this is Cang Toys. This is Firmament, that's how I pronounce it. And this is a Masterpiece gold version of your predacon dive bomb. Let me know what you think of them in the comments, guys. Take care.